I want to thank today's sponsors, Grill Your Ass Off Seasonings. They got great merch, seasonings, condiments, everything. Check them out, grillyourassoff.com/mychowline. I want to thank armedforces.press. Check them out. Great news source about what's going on in the military here in the States and abroad. Also, I want to thank Lasered Gifts for You for awesome logo done on my ammo cans here and on the hat. Get these hats done. Thanks so much, Don. Appreciate it so much. So check them all out. grillyourassoff.com/mychowline, armedforces.press, and Lasered Gifts for You on Facebook. Welcome to my chow line. I'm Tracy Lingle. Today we're going to be doing an appetizer that is great, especially if you're a hunter. So we're going to do venison backstrap poppers. So we're going to do them a little different than some people do them. Some people do them in Italian dressing, marinate the meat in Italian dressing, and then they wrap it with bacon and jalapeno and a little bit of cream cheese. We're doing a little different. We're going to use pimento cheese as our cheese for stuffing it with, and also for our spice. We're not using jalapenos, but we're going to season with some Worcestershire, and then we're going to try out the new bag and tag seasoning from Grill Your Ass Off. New wild game seasoning they got. We're going to try it out. So let's get into it. All right, before we can make these up, we're going to have to slice these up into little medallions for our bite-sized pieces to wrap in bacon. So we're going to take about, you want about maybe 3/4 of an inch thick, or maybe 1/2 inch thick, and set them to the side. We'll do that for all of it. If you process the deer yourself, you'll have to remove any silver skin or any sinew off of it. Since these came from the processor, they already did most of it for me. There's a little piece here, there, but it's not going to be a big deal. So we're going to trim these up. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of Worcestershire. And I did, before I cut those up, I did pat them down dry to get any of the juice and blood off of them from them sitting in the vacuum bags from when I got them from the processor. You want to just dry them off so that way whatever moisture is in them is whatever you add from here on out. And we're not going to go heavy with this. We're just going to do a little bit, and then we'll mix it around. Let it coat them. Let that Worcestershire get all over everything. Worcester, W sauce, whatever you want to call it. Horse sister sauce. Horse sister. All right. So now we're going to take our bag and tag. Stuff smells amazing. It's got a little bit of rosemary or thyme or something in it. I can't quite figure out exactly what's in it, but we're going to go decent. We're not going to go super heavy, but we're going to go pretty decent with it. We want to make sure we get decent coverage on everything. And if you get it on the tray, no big deal. That's why we can roll it around a little bit. All right. Let those sit off to the side just a little bit. We'll get our bacon and our pimento cheese, and we'll get ready to start wrapping these up. We're going to get our toothpicks out. It'll be fun. We're going to wrap it up. Here we are. I got pimento cheese here. If you want to see how to make this, check out this video up here. The link right there for pimento cheese. Really good stuff. So we're going to try this out and mix it up. I use a piping bag because it's easier to dispense it that way. So we're going to put a little bit on there. Not trying to get a ton. Just enough, because it's going to ooze out otherwise when we wrap it in the bacon and it cooks. So we want just enough so that cheese, when it melts, it adds a little bit of flavor, creaminess. All right, I'm going to set that right there like that so I can show you how to wrap these up, and then I'll make the rest and y'all catch up when we get ready to put them on the fire, like so. So basically, we're going to let that cheese sit on top of that slice, wrap the bacon around and go through the side of it, and then what we'll do is we'll dust this with a little bit of the bag and tag before we put it on there. That way there's a little bit extra seasoning on the bacon. All right, so I got these done, seasoned up. I've already got some more. I just put them on the grill. We'll put these on. We're gonna smoke them. You can do these direct heat, like on the grill, and just grill them. All you're doing is you're trying to get them to the, because this is deer meat, you don't have to get it well done. What you have to do is you have to get that bacon done. So as soon as the bacon's done, you're good. Everything else inside doesn't matter. It's the bacon needs to be done to your doneness that you want. If you like it chewier or you like it crispier, do it that way. I'm going to do it. We're doing it like 250, 275 on the smoker to get some good smoke flavor on them. And we'll crank the heat up to about 300, 325 to try and get that bacon done more once it gets some smoke flavor on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with founders of Hots and Cots, Rob Evans. That's www.hotscots.app, or on your app on a phone, Hots and Cots. Thanks, Rob, for joining us. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Tracy. So I am a 12-year Army veteran. I enlisted junior year of high school. This 2000. Army Reserve recruiter came up to me and pitched something to me apparently that I liked because I signed up. Talked to my mom and dad, and they agreed. And after junior year of high school, I went off to basic, and then I finished up my AIT. 2001. It was actually, I think, our class or our photo was like 2 days or something like that before 9/11 happened. So right after I finished up all my schooling for 42 Alpha, I was then deployed to Fort Stewart to help mobilize 3rd ID shortly after getting back home. So did 12 years, did 6 years in the Army Reserve, and then I felt like I missed it, and then did 6 years in the Army National Guard up here in North Carolina, where I deployed as a 92 Fox to Iraq. It was like 2009, right around the start time. It was my first time I was there. So I spent time there, got out in 14, and I kind of hung out in the military community on social media, Reddit primarily as a moderator, and just kind of helped out veterans and those that were in on kind of navigating that life.
All right, yeah, you kind of froze for a moment, and then it caught up for a second. So, but yeah, okay. So you were 92 Fox, you said?
Yeah, that's what I got out as. I got out as a 92 Fox as a petroleum fuel specialist. Actually, so it's kind of interesting. I actually was a 42 Alpha, did my time there, and then when I went in the National Guard, I met with the recruiter, and one of the concerns I had, not necessarily a concern, but one of the questions I had was, hey, what is the likelihood of I'm going to get deployed once I kind of sign, once this ink dries? And his response was something of like, your likelihood's low because you're going to go into a new sustainment brigade. It's a brand new thing. They're just getting stood up. So you should be fine. I was like, okay. I think it was like the 3rd drill, I got orders to reclass and also to change units. So I went from driving like a 45-minute drive to my National Guard armory to like a 3+ hour drive to my armory. To get ready for mobilization, and then they voluntarily reclassed me to a 92 Fox, which I'm colorblind, red-green colorblind, and you need to have full color vision for that job. But it didn't matter at that time. A lot of, I guess,
and they needed bodies, I guess.
And they did, and it was in. And what folks may not remember from that time was they were reclassing. So they took 92 Foxes and reclass them as 42 Alphas, and then they would reclass the 42 Alphas as 92 Fox. So it was like kind of interesting of how they just were reclassing folks into positions they were removing soldiers and bodies from.
That's funny because, see, I was a fuel specialist as well, but mine was 77 Fox because there was 77 Fox and 77 whiskey when I was in, and 77 Fox was fuel, 77 whiskey was water. But they were both, we both stayed at the same barracks when we were at AIT at Fort Lee. But yeah, so I didn't know they changed it to a 92 Fox.
Yeah, they did. They changed it to a 92 Fox. I think water was. It might have been 90. It might be 92 Alpha now. I'd have to check, but they're 92 series as well, I believe.
Yeah, that's funny that they changed the numbers up. How they come up with these numbers and systems and stuff is just crazy.
Well, yeah, and this is kind of even going back further. The 42 Alphas used to be a 75 hotel, and then they changed those as well to the 42 series at some point.
Yeah. All right, so here we are. We got these venison backstrap poppers filled with pimento cheese done. Seasoned everything with bag and tag. These look really good. They smell amazing. Let's try them out. Try this one out. There's a lot of flavor there. A little bit of the creaminess. Of course, venison's amazing. That bag and tag's got very good herbiness, like rosemary. So good. Does the camera lady want to try one?
Just let me have the whole thing.
Okay.
That's good.
This isn't spicy at all. Really good. Creamy. Smoky. Oh. And then I had a couple little pieces of bacon left over. And I had them on the rack. Seasoned them in the bag and tag. Oh, that's good. I like them crunchy like this. Camera lady approve? All right. Well, these are really good. They're great for a little party. And just so happens there's a big game on tonight, so we'll have plenty to snack on. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.